Hi there, this is John. I'm coming to you from Seattle's David Rogers Park. I was laid off in January and I didn't have any success in my job search. I eventually had to acknowledge that I was now retired, albeit inadvertently. In my retirement, I have discovered 5 joys and I'd like to share them with you. I bet that when you retire, you'll discover them too. So here they are. The first joy is increased personal power. In our work, you're constrained by various things. You don't say what you want to say because that wouldn't be good for the team, wouldn't be good for your career, for your relationship with your manager or the team members. We don't work on what we want to work on. We stay in roles that we'd rather not be in. And these limitations and constraints and compromises are just part of the normal workday world, and we don't really think about them. They're almost like background radiation. Of course you have to do that. We also expend energy thinking about work on our personal time. We sometimes compromise our personal schedules. In fact, if you're in the tech sector, you always compromise your personal schedules for work. And when it's time to leave, we go on interview loops. And so we have to jump through hoops in the interview loops, and we have to suffer small indignities from time to time. When you retire, you will discover the joy of all of that stuff disappearing. Everything you've become inured to, every slight, every compromise, every stress point, it all disappears overnight. You'll notice that you're no longer constrained by the requirements of other employees, managers, teams, company rules, company guidelines, all of that stuff. It just disappears. This first joy is you can do what you want when you want. A dog just ran by. Way cool. So this first joy is you can do what you want when you want, and it feels great. The second joy is recognizing new possibilities for your career and for your time. When I was first laid off and I started my job search, I was thinking about it all the time. My mind didn't slow down and leave room for any other thoughts, even when I was not in front of my laptop. I was thinking about emails, I was thinking about networking, my LinkedIn profile, my resume, how yesterday's interviews went, how today's interviews went. After I gave up my job search, I was able to relax. I let my mind relax. I discovered a long-lost hobby along the way. More on that in a couple of minutes. New ways to spend my time, like making videos. And I also discovered other occupations that I would like more than software engineering, at least at this point in my life. So the joy here, the second joy, is discovering that I had other possibilities once I gave my mind the freedom to do that discovering. And when it finally came about and I realized how many possibilities I had, it was very cool. The third joy of feeling free is a corollary to having new possibilities. Oh, there's a little puppy dog here. Very cool. Beautiful German short-haired pointer. Neato. I've been in computers since my junior year of high school, computer hardware and then computer software, and so it's been almost 50 years. So this is the career in which I have not just most of my experience in, but all of my experience. In thinking about a new career, different career, what do I do next? I sort of feel trapped then, right? So all of the expertise and all the experiences and knowledge and education, right, in one basket can be a powerful thing, but it can also be a drawback because that's all you got. So the self-assessments that I did helped me see that I had, in fact, transferable skills. So in fact, I wasn't trapped in software engineering, or if I was trapped, it was a trap of my own making. I wasn't really trapped, I was just thinking that I was trapped, and that was entirely on me. Because on the contrary, I had many options, and recognizing them gave me the freedom that I didn't know I had. And I gotta tell you, it feels great. The fourth option is what I called costless happiness. In our retirement planning, we had assumed a pretty standard model of not working once retirement starts, and we had anticipated our expenses being projected from the past couple of years of our current living expenses. But here's the thing, projecting out from our past expenses really overestimated what those expenses would be in retirement. When you're working, you spend money on things to counterbalance the work, right? You spend money on vacations because, you work, and then you want to have a really great vacation and go away for 2 weeks. Maybe you buy a particularly nice car every 5 or 6 years. Maybe you buy toys for home. The thing is, it's all normal and it's completely right, but in a sense, we're compensating for the fact that we're working every day. Oh, we have a siren. Okay. someone's not having a good day. So the need and the desire to spend money on stuff decreases once you're no longer in the rat race. Now, some of this is already pretty obvious, right? You figure you'll spend less money on clothing, you won't have commuting costs, and that's all to be expected. But I think what's not obvious is that because you're not stressed by work, you won't have the need to spend money on other things in your free time. I'm at the point now where I think I could be just as happy sipping on a mocha in a local coffee shop as I would be if I were on a cruise ship somewhere, especially factoring in the knowledge that at the end of the week I'd be back at work. I'm sure we'll go on a nifty vacation or three at various points in the future. At the moment, it's really great to know that I can be happy just chilling without a care in the world, without any worries, and I don't have to go to some really fancy Caribbean resort to go do that. The final joy is rediscovering hobbies. I was a photography enthusiast in high school and college, and I let it slide because of work, because of computers, because of a lot of reasons. One of my self-assessments suggested that I retake up photography either as a hobby or as a career, and I've decided to retake it as a hobby. And I have to tell you, it feels wonderful, absolutely great. I bought a Nikon F2 off of eBay, I've got a few lenses, and I have taken to street photography, which in fact is something that I didn't do back in high school and college, and it's a really cool thing. Am I a great photographer? Absolutely not. Am I a good photographer? We'll see. But I'm having a blast, it's a lot of fun. I just like to walk around a neighborhood, different Seattle neighborhood each time, and just photograph whatever catches my eye. The benefits of this are immense. I'm outside interacting with my environment and with neighbors. And I've discovered some things in a couple of Seattle neighborhoods that I didn't know about before. Like, for example, in Capitol Hill, there's a Civil War cemetery. And I never knew this cemetery existed, and I've lived here for decades, right? And I never knew because I never walked past the cemetery and said, hey, what's that? Rediscovering hobbies is a joy, and it's scratching a creative itch for me that I never knew existed, and it feels wonderful. It feels really great. The cool thing is you have the time to do it now, right? 8 hours a day plus commute time, that's a huge chunk of your discretionary time. And now I have a ton of discretionary time to do whatever the hell I want and to discover whatever I want. And if I don't do that, that's on me because the time is there now. So, here are the joys that I've discovered in my retirement. You'll note that I didn't display a cheesy, blurry list at the beginning of the video because I hate it when videos do that. I'm going to share these tips and tricks with you, and they display a list of like blurred out lines as a way to encourage you to stay and watch the whole video to boost their engagement numbers. That's just so Bush League. Anyway, this is my list. You'll discover these joys in your retirement as well, or ones very close to them. And I'd enjoy hearing about your experience. Please share your retirement joys in the comments or email them to me. Till next time, take care. Coming to you from David Rogers Park in Seattle. Small channels like mine live and die by the number of likes. So if you like this video, please click the like button. Click the subscribe button to hear about future videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time.